Hey all, Sneaky2 here. This is an update to my Taurus Raging Judge Magnum. Shoots the 454 Casull, 45 Colt, and 410 shot shells. As y'all know by my previous videos, I've been having some issues. This is the second judge that I received. My first judge, I had an issue with brass extraction and the brass bulging. Initially I sent it in, they sent it back. It was the same cylinder, so I had to call them up, send it back in. I told them I was not happy that they told me they replaced the cylinder when in fact they didn't. They sent it back the second time, replaced the cylinder, verified that everything looked good with the cylinder chambers, which on the original problem there was an issue with the milling process. It had some flaws. So I went to the range and tried to fire 2 rounds out of it, of the 454 Casull. The first round fired, handled nice, was pretty accurate. I was pretty happy. Pulled back the hammer to shoot the second round and click. So something internally had broken on it. At that point I called up Taurus, got in touch with Tammy with customer service. She's one of the supervisors there. She was great, and I told her straight out, I said, you know, I didn't feel safe with the firearm if they were to replace it, or if they were to correct the issues or work on it and try and fix it. I still wasn't feeling very comfortable with it. So I basically demanded a replacement or a refund. And I told Tammy straight out, I said, I really want the gun. I love this gun. I mean, it looks awesome. It's very nice looking firearm. Honestly, I think it's better looking than the Smith & Wessons. And this is the one that I want. I want this weapon. Therefore, you know, I've been going through a lot of crap dealing with all the service issue. But Tammy's made it a lot easier. She put it through for review, went through the review. She called me up, told me that yes, I am receiving a replacement. I received it. This is the replacement. Now, I spoke to her last week, and she said she was going to follow up with me today. She's currently teaching a class at Taurus, so she can't get to the phone right now. She's supposed to call me back later on. They said 7 to 8. She'd be calling me tonight. So this is what happened. I went to the range on Friday, shot a few rounds of 45 Colt through it. Was okay, not terribly accurate. The accuracy kind of sucked. I'll put it nicely. But yeah, it could have been better. They extracted just fine. The firearm performed well. No issues shooting, double or single action. Went and shot a few rounds of 454, 240 grain Hornady, and shot one at first, extracted it. It was a little sticky extracting. Looked at it, little bit of a bulge like my original issue. So I was a little disappointed with that. Wasn't as extreme as before, but still, it was still bulge in the brass. So I put 3 rounds in, shot off 3 rounds, and extraction was pretty sticky, same thing. So I shot a few more rounds of the 300 grain XTPs from Hornady. Same thing with those. So it's definitely not the ammunition. And then decided to go back on Sunday and fired off some more 45 long Colts. Didn't notice any issues with bulging on those. Now, here's the thing. Sat down today and ran some numbers. I bought myself a little micrometer right here, and ended up pulling some numbers out of the cylinders. First cylinder here, I'm hitting at 0.4820, and that's in inches. So we're talking, if you look here, I shot it each 5 times for each cylinder, and then I went ahead and added them all up, divided them by 5 since there was 5 there, and that's what I got for the final number, was 0.4821. Now if we subtract 0.454, which I'm assuming that's what 454 or 45 Colt should be, about 0.45. As you can see here, first cylinder we're looking at almost 3/100ths of an inch bigger. Same here, almost 3/100ths of an inch bigger. 3/100ths. And it goes right down the line. That's about 25 thousandths, which is a little over 2/100ths. Still oversized. Same here, almost 3/100ths. And then the 6th cylinder was 3/100ths. Not good. You want to see what 3/100ths is? I'll show you here in a minute. And just let you know, I did zero out before going on to each measurement of each cylinder. So, take our micrometer, turn it on, it's zeroed, as you can see. And that's a little over 3/100ths. But you see that gap? That's no good. That's too much. At the most, I should be, I would say, no more of a gap than 1/100th between the cylinder walls and the ammunition. So that's my problem, and that was measured about 1/4 of an inch inside the cylinders where I measured all these using this here, so that fit in about 1/4 of an inch right to the tips here. Here, let me see, right to those tips there. I measured right inside the cylinder here. So yeah, with that being said, I mean, that's definitely not what you want when you're looking at these things. Right there. Too much. So now I'm just going to be waiting for Tammy to call me back, and I'll take it from there. Sorry for rambling on. I don't know what to say anymore with this. It's getting real frustrating, to say the least. Thank God for Tammy, because if it wasn't for her help, her assistance, I probably would have lost it, and they would definitely hate me at Taurus right now. So I will keep you all up to date. don't let this discourage you. Just make sure when you do purchase a Taurus firearm. Here's another thing. I checked out my 44, and the 44, each cylinder is micing right at about 4.4 or 0.45, like 1. So we're talking maybe 1/100 of an inch. So that's what you want to see, and you want the cylinder to actually, when you look down this cylinder, you better make sure that those cylinder walls are smooth. And this one, there are some little lines in there that I do see. I don't know if you guys can really see them in here. It's real difficult to see them, but yeah, that is one of the issues you want to check for. That and cylinder lockup with these. I want to make sure that there's no movement in that. So alright, I will keep everyone up to date, and like I said, don't judge Taurus just off of this one video here. I'm sure they're gonna make it right. They're busting their butts to make things right, so I gotta give them credit for that. And as long as the customer service doesn't wane and doesn't suck, you know, I don't want to deal with this all the time. I mean, if I have another issue with this, with another purchase down the road, then I'll have to reconsider my thoughts. But you know, with the help that Tammy's been giving me, it at least reassures me that Taurus is willing to do everything right by their customers. So I'll give them that much credit. Alright, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Be safe. Shoot straight. Later.